Hi there and welcome. Today I want to talk about something that often gets overlooked when we're trying to make our workdays feel better, managing energy, not just time. Because if you're a creative entrepreneur, and especially if you're neurodivergent, you've probably noticed that the usual advice about productivity doesn't always hit the mark. Some days you might fly through projects without even thinking about it, and other days, even writing an email feels like climbing a mountain. That's not a time management problem, that's an energy management problem. Let's start with why energy actually matters more than time. Time is predictable. We all get the same 24 hours. Energy, though, it's a moving target. It shifts depending on whether you slept well, whether you're excited about a project, whether you're feeling a bit anxious, or even what the weather's like outside. Trying to force yourself to stick to a rigid time based system when your energy just isn't there doesn't work. When you start working with your energy instead of fighting it, you're creating a rhythm that actually supports your creativity and focus. So, how do you start? It's about noticing your energy patterns. Start paying attention to how you feel throughout the day and across the week. When do you feel most alert? When does your creativity feel more alive? When do you hit that wall when even the smaller things feel heavy? You might start seeing patterns, like you're really sharp in the mornings, but your best creative ideas happen late in the afternoon. Or you might notice that after a few busy days, you need a quieter one to properly recharge. Once you've got a sense of your natural rhythms, you can start matching your tasks to your energy levels. For example, do your deep creative work when you've got good energy. Save the easier tasks that you can do with your eyes closed for when you're feeling slower. And build in some flexibility so your schedule has a bit of breathing room. And really important, plan for recovery. Creativity takes energy. Recovery isn't a luxury, it's part of the work. Now, here's where it can get tricky. A lot of us have picked up this idea that being productive means working a set number of hours every day. Like if you're not putting in 8 hours, you're doing something wrong. It may be necessary to remind yourself that you're not an employee, you're a business owner. Being an entrepreneur is very different to being employed. It requires a different mindset. This means that you'll work in a different way compared to someone in a typical 9 to 5 job. True productivity isn't about clocking hours. It's about making meaningful progress in a way that feels sustainable for you. That might mean letting go of the idea that more hours automatically mean better results. Knowing that breaks aren't wasted time, they're actually what fuels your creativity. And trusting that your way of working is valid, even if it looks different from what other people are doing. If you want to start experimenting with a more energy based workflow, here are a few simple things you can try. Number one, themed days. Set aside days for deep work, admin meetings, or creative exploration. Grouping similar activities can help you stay in the right headspace. Task batching. Do similar tasks together to avoid constantly switching gears. And number three, energy check ins. Before you dive into something, just pause and ask yourself, what kind of energy do I have right now? And choose the task that fits. By focusing on energy rather than trying to squeeze your day into rigid boxes, you give yourself more room to work in a way that actually supports you, your creativity, your focus, and your well being. It's not about getting more done for the sake of it. It's about building a way of working that feels good, sustainable, and true to you. Thanks for listening. And if you're working on finding a rhythm that suits you, you're not alone. I'm cheering you on.